Thank you, Joel. It is great to be here, and well done for surviving the jungle. He was in the jungle for weeks, guys, eating all sorts of dangerous things. But nothing that dangerous, really. He didn't have any frozen berries, did he? What happened there? Nana, why so angry? And how unlucky would you have to be? Imagine you get the hepatitis ward at the hospital and you go, what happened to you? I shared a syringe with a Bolivian prostitute. What happened to you? I had a Nana frozen berry smoothie, so if you live on the edge, sometimes you're gonna fall off. I am pumped up. I was touring all last year sometimes with the family, taking the family around Australia. Trying to relax. I've got a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. You can't always relax with them, yeah? We're at the Gold Coast at one point. We're in a pool at the Gold Coast, yeah? In not a very expensive hotel. Should be able to relax. Sitting in the pool and my son, who's 5, goes, Dad, can you take me to the toilet? I said, mate, we're at the Gold Coast. You're in it. He said, what do you mean? I said, look at those blokes over there, mate. They've had 17,000 cans of bourbon. They haven't left the pool in 8 hours. Just go for it. He said, I can just wee in the pool. I said, you can. He said, really? I said, yep. Then he starts pulling down his shorts. I said, no, mate. You got to wee through the shorts. You don't have to lift a finger. It's silver service at the Gold Coast. Anyway, I eventually talked to him in it and he starts weeing and I thought, how good's life? My wife's on the side of the pool and he yells out, Mum, I'm weeing in the pool! I said, shut up! You make those bourbon guys angry. He's great to be here and I love my son. Don't you worry about that. He's a great man, yeah? I got angry at a cafe recently. It's a true story. I went to a cafe, ordered a coffee, gave him a $10 note and they gave me the change in 20-cent pieces. And they said, I hope you don't mind. I said, no, I planned on spending the afternoon at a wishing well, so you've helped me out there. No, I do mind, because it was the opposite, and I wanted change. They wouldn't give it to me, would they? Oh, no, you can't get any of our change. It's rubbish, seriously. Those cafes that have no change for parking, yeah? How annoying that is when you've got your 3 kids with you trying to look around for change for parking, because I can't leave them in the car. You're not allowed to. And I appreciate that. But on a 17-degree day? Come on. Man, I was born in 1970. My dad used to leave me in the car all day. I was there specifically for the parking inspector. I remember one day I was about 8 hours into my shift and I fell asleep and I woke up and the guy was writing out a ticket. I said, no, Dad, I'll be back in a minute. He just left, I promise. Have you got any water? Anyway, I dragged my 3 kids into the shop, all right? And I saw the sign, no change for parking. I thought, I've got to buy something in this shop. I don't want to because they're miserable. They don't deserve any of my money. But I thought I'll play by their rules. And I looked around and found the cheapest thing I could find. I eventually discovered the musk sticks were 10 cents. So I said to the woman behind the counter, could I have a musk stick? She got it out and she said, what else? I said, that's it. She said, you got 3 kids? I said, yep. They're getting a third of a musk stick each. Times are tough. I'd appreciate if you didn't point that out. She looked at me weirdly and she said, that'll be 10 cents. And I gave her a $100 note. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm paying for a musk stick. That's how shops work. Is this your first day? She said, you're not paying with that. I said, that's all I've got. I'm their provider. Daddy can't let them down. She said, I'm not accepting. I said, you have to. Look in their hungry eyes. They're tonguing for a third of a musk stick each. She said, okay, have it for free. I said, oh, fuck. No. Us Hughes are a proud family. Son, you wouldn't want to walk down the street with Daddy if he didn't pay for his musk stick, would ya? He said, Dad, I want an ice cream anyway. I said, shut the fuck up! You've been a great crowd. Have a great night. Thank you.